Did you just see that? Did you just see that? Alright, after doing a little digging last night and talking to some of my friends, we covered some good topics on this Uber Freight. If you just seen that, you're seeing correctly. I don't know if that has to do with the same Uber Freight, but it does say Uber Freight Solutions, and it shows something very interesting. It shows in December they filed for their motor carrier authority. It's not active right yet, but they've got their authority to be a carrier. Alongside, they've got their authority to be a broker. That is authorized and is active. Now the carrier side is, excuse these bumps, guys. I gotta find me another camera mount where we don't make this bounce so much. But they've got their broker authority, and they've applied for their carrier authority. Now, they will. Look, I don't know what the hell what that means. I don't know. I've got my ideas, and that's what this video is about. Just thinking out loud. You know, it might be wrong, but it's just food for thought. You know, leave me some comments. You know, let's talk about this. Let's see what we can come up with, because it is interesting. And anyway, they may just be setting up their authority for the whole autonomous deal. I don't know, but my take is this: based on their history with what they did with the other deal with the taxi cabs, it only makes sense that they're going to come into the trucking industry as a carrier as well, to have lease drivers. Let me tell you, not lease drivers like, you know, lease owner operators, but have a setup kind of like Landstar or that Travel Loco, you know, or Farm to Fleet, you know, 100% owner operator deal. Now that would be pretty cool if a couple things stand out. That'd be pretty cool if, say for example, you know, now this is probably a next year or two in the makings of them picking up direct customers, because they're going to have direct customers if the freight's going to pay. And if they do want to take a bigger pay percentage of that, that's okay, as long as the freight's still going to pay. You know, I've got my number. I don't care what the load's paying. I got my number and I've got my lanes of choice. If I can do that, that's all I'll focus on. I'm gonna deal. We're gonna roll down the road and make money. So let's say they pick up their own customers. Say they get a big account like a Home Depot. Home Depot's paying, say, $3 a cut on that. Say they're going to take 25% off of that cut, and that puts it down to what, $2.25 a mile. All right. Maybe good on the math. I'm just shooting off the hip. Say $2.25 a mile. Hey, I can run with $2.25 a mile. Because let me tell you what's happening right now. If those loads are paying $3 a mile, you got the broker with that account. He's taking his cut. He might only take 5 or 10%. And then you're going to have another broker that's going to outsource that. He's going to take his cut. Again, it might only be 5 or 10%. Then you're going to have another broker. He's going to try to outsource that broker's load. Then you're going to have 5 or 10%. All right, you're ending up with a load that has 2, 3, 4 brokers, agents, that's taking a cut off the top. By the time it gets to you, you're not making 2 1/4. You're making what the lane average is, and depending on what lane it is, you know, they might only be offering you that load for $1.17 a mile. Yeah, $1.17 a mile. So That's some shit that's going on with the brokers. I mean, I know too many brokers that's got $2 or $3 loads, and they're throwing it on drivers because drivers will take it for $1.20. Drivers will take it for $1.10. Drivers will take it for $1.70. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. As a driver, as an owner operator, you need to do your due diligence. You need to stay on top of the market. You need to know what these loads are paying in the area you're at. Otherwise, you're going to be brokering a load that's paying. Say a broker's got it for $2 and he's offering it to you for $1.20. That broker is getting 80 cents per mile every mile you run. Now, I think that right there is just fucking garbage. That's garbage. And the reason why I say that is you got a broker that's sitting at home most of the time on his laptop, and if he's that shady, he can make 80 cents a mile off the load he just gave you. You're making $1.20 a mile. You can run that one load at a time. You're one driver, one truck, one load at a time. Well, he's a broker. He's getting 80 cents that you're running, and he has the ability to do that to 5, 10, 20 other people. So this guy has the ability to be shady and make some serious bank. As Andrew's always saying, all kinds of money. That's the catchiest damn thing I've ever got off YouTube. I'll be talking to everybody and I'm like, man, that's all kinds of money in this. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Chase and Andrew. Got that shit in my head. It's catchy though, it's catchy. I like that. Yeah, you got brokers making all kinds of money. Now, I'm just thinking out loud here. Say Uber comes into the deal. They start picking up some direct customers. They got the load. Let's stick with $2. They got the load paying $2. It's a Home Depot account, or it's a Lowe's account, or it's a Sam's Club account, or you get in my neck of the woods, it's a Mohawk account or a Shaw Industries account. Load's paying $2 a mile. Okay, Uber comes out and say, look, we're going to take 25% off the top. And 25% off of that, you're going to be making $1.50. Okay, the rates are non-negotiable. What you see is what you get. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because it's out there in the open and you know what you're getting. Even if you don't know if it's paying $2 a mile, you know this. If it's paying $1.50, they're taking 25 cents. You know what pays $2 a mile. And I'm cool with that. But what I'm not cool with is dealing with a shady ass broker. Shady brokers, man, brokers are like car salesmen. They talk a damn good game. They're better than car salesmen. If they're telling you that low, man, all this paying is $1.50, you better bet it's $2 or more. And they're making you feel good to give it to you for $1.25. Right. So that's some shady dealings right there. That's some shady dealings. Then again, I'm thinking out loud. I'm kind of optimistic. What if they come in, Uber, that is, comes in and takes over some accounts. They give you a flat rate. They take, even better, they take 10% off the top. All right, they take 10%. Now you're making $1.80 on the mile. And Uber, they're in the business to be innovative. They're changing it up. What if, I say it with a big what if, capital, all caps, like I'm screaming in your face. What if they come in to change the game up, really? And they got this load for $2. They're taking their 10%. Now that load's paying us drivers $1.80. Now you got these agents for Landstar coming in, or you got these independent, or not Landstar agents, you got these independent brokers and independent agents that contact Uber and says, hey, let me outsource these loads for you. Let me see if I can make a little money off the top. What if, capital, all caps, screaming in your face, what if Uber says, no, we don't do business like that. Our customers is our customers. Our drivers is our drivers. We do not outsource our stuff. That's just how it is. That load pays $1.80. That's what it's going to pay. With all caps, screaming in your face, what if? And I like to be optimistic. So Uber's in the deal of changing up the game. They done it with the last deal, and a lot of people hate what they did. You can't call it unethical. All right, that's how you make money in this world. As a businessman, you find a niche, you find a gap or a service between what people do in their everyday lives, and you fill that gap. That's called innovation. People make millions of dollars. People become millionaires for starting up trash service because people don't want to take out their damn trash or go to the dump. People become millionaires because people will mow yards for other people, because homeowners are like, I don't want to mow the yard. I got a little bit of money. I'm gonna go ahead and give this person money to pay to mow my yard. What that person done is innovative. He found a gap in between the service of something. Oh, look at this right here, boy. It is beautiful up here. He found a gap, he filled the gap, and he's profiting from it. Now, Uber, for example, the world we're in trucking is a very shady world. It's real dog eat dog, man. It's bad. God, I'm just gonna have to quick get off it, lay into the boost. All right, it's a real shady world, man. I mean, it's dog eat dog. These brokers, these agents, man, they will throw your ass under the bus. They will throw your ass under the bus quick. I've had it happen to me. I learned my lesson. Just like a lot of you guys listening, you've learned your lesson. You know how shady, how shady they are. There's some good ones out there. Don't take me the wrong way. There's some good brokers out there. There's some honest brokers out there. But you can't have the good without the bad. So the bad, they some real grimy ones. They're dirty. But what if Uber comes in and changes the game up and says, "No, we're not going to deal like that. The industry's had enough." Now I'm gonna throw this out there too before I cut this short. Think about this. People saying, Uber's going to come in and devalue the company or devalue the industry. They may do so. They may do that. Me and a couple other guys on YouTube, we may be eating crow, but that's okay. At least we're optimistic and we're willing to put it out there. But what if? No, not what if. I'm done with the all cap what if in your face. But everybody talking about the devaluing the freight prices and devaluing the trucking industry and killing the trucking industry. Let me let you in on an example. You see that company I just passed? That's a U.S. Express. You take U.S. Express, you take Swift, J.B. Hunt, you take all these mega carriers. And you know what they do? They've got thousands of trucks. They go into these customers. They low bid each other by pennies. Over the years, it's gotten down to where they're making such a small profit, the average owner-operator, the average independent cannot make it. Because their profit gap per truck, per mile, is so small. It's pennies on the dollar. But they've got so many trucks that pennies on the dollar on a daily basis adds up to thousands upon thousands, hand over fist money. See, if you've got 1,000 trucks, you can run a profit margin of 2 cents after all expenses are paid. Now we're talking about they pay for the fuel, they pay the lease on the truck because they don't buy them, they lease them. Well, they not buy them. Anyway, most of them lease them. They turn them in every 400,000 miles. They lease them. After the lease payment, after the truck payment, after the insurance, because they're anyway, y'all know the deal. After the fuel, after the permits, after the driver, they're making pennies on the dollar. They can afford to do that because they got thousands of trucks. Their profit margin, their cost per mile is a lot lower than the average owner-op or the independent or the small mom-and-pop trucking company. So you want to talk about devaluing freight and killing the industry? Open your eyes. It's already been going on for the last 30 years. People are making less now than they was back in the 70s. That's no theory. That's reality. Everybody's got their damn hands in their pockets. There's plenty of other people that's killing our industry, and they have been. And most of you people are sitting idle and letting it happen. Matter of fact, you're going to get in jobs with these same people. Now, that's all right as a company driver. As a company driver, you ain't got to worry about the industry being devalued. You're still going to make the same. But for the independents out here, you got to understand, we cannot compete with those profit margins. CR England right here, they see them coming at me. They can go into Lowe's and say, "Hey, we want a bid on that contract because you paying Swift $1.10. Well, we can run that for $1.05 a mile." At the end of the day, they could make 5 cents a mile profit, and they've got so many trucks, they still turning thousands upon thousands of dollars profit. So you want to talk about devaluing the industry? Wake the fuck up. It's already happening. Now, I'm optimistic with Uber. I might be eating crow, and that's okay. But if they can come in and change up the industry from what it's doing now with the brokers and these mega fleets, hey, I'm all game. I'm all game. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud, giving you food for thought. Comment, and I want to know what your opinion is. If you're against Uber, let me know. Comment why. And don't comment just some same old cliche shit that you read off somebody else's page. Oh, they're going to devalue the industry, blah, blah, blah. Look what they did with the taxi company. No, give me a valid point. Give me a valid explanation. Don't just give me some damn quote-unquote hearsay. I'm curious. I mean, I might not know. I don't know a lot about it. I really don't. But my thinking here is the industry's already been devalued for the last quarter century, or not, couple decades, let me say. It's been devalued already, and it's taking place already. It's taking place daily. But anyway, share your opinions, man. Enlighten me. If I don't know anything, enlighten me. I don't claim to know it all. I really don't. I'm just trying to put this out here and bring up some awareness, and let's share your opinions. Just like, Uber's setting up to be a a carrier. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off here, climb this mountain. See you, bye.